In the future, the age of magic appears. The peaceful life is broken. Humans reach a certain age for some reason will awaken their superpower. Lu Shu is an orphan, currently living with his adopted sister. The peaceful life continues until one night, Lu Shu is hit by a truck. Suddenly, his pendant glows and regenerates all his meridians. That pendant is a unique memento of Lu Shu's mother. At this point, he wakes up and doesn't know what is happening. Immediately, he runs home to take a shower, and discovers a crest appears in his hand. This is proof that his magic skills have awakened. A strange system board appears like in role-playing games. He can use the points in the balance to buy items in the shop. Lu Shu realizes that he can increase the balance in the system by making others fear him. Lu Shu uses up all his balance in exchange for a magic apple and a magic book. After absorbing the apple and skills from the magic book, his entire physical strength increases monstrously. In this world, each person's magic skills are assessed by 6 levels. The highest level is A rank and the lowest level is F rank. Lu Shu is at F rank. He's going to school as usual. Suddenly, a student in class 11A7 loses control of his superpower and attacks a teacher. Lu Shu immediately runs to the scene thinking this is an opportunity to increase points. While everyone is still surprised, Lu Shu steps forward and lectures him on morality, causing everyone around to panic. Taking that opportunity, the security team rushes to control the subject. After earning a decent amount of points, Lu Shu returns to the classroom. At this time, the homeroom teacher enters the class and introduces Mr. Shi Fei to the students. He comes here to select the best students to join his special class, but what surprises everyone is that Lu Shu is also on this list. So every evening after school, Lu Shu has to stay at the school to attend a special magic class. As time goes by, Lu Shu teases his friends during the day to earn points, and at night frantically increases his level. After 1 week, Lu Shu successfully breaks through the first layer of the nebula, activating the skill Flying Sword. Since that day, every morning when he wakes up, Lu Shu is lured by a neighbor to learn his swordsmanship. But Lu Shu always refuses him. Until one night, Lu Shu discovers that his neighbor is a master of martial arts. His level is at least B rank. Lu Shu immediately changes his mind and begs his neighbor to teach him swordsmanship. Before the old man teaches Lu Shu the swordsmanship, he equips Lu Shu with a suit of armor. Each of its parts weighs 150 kilograms. However, for Lu Shu it is still a bit light. At this point, the old man begins to get serious. This is the first lesson. Everything in this world can be slashed, even just a piece of paper. So Lu Shu once again frantically practices swordsmanship. In addition to swordsmanship, Lu Shu also successfully breaks through the second layer of the nebula. Thanks to the influence of Lu Shu's power, his sister, Lu Xiaoyu, also successfully awakens her superpower. Everything is going normally until one night, Lu Shu senses that a big battle is going on in the city center. Lu Shu and Lu Xiaoyu immediately go there. Here, a group of D-rank criminals are being pursued by some people in the Black Guild. The Black Guild is an organization responsible for protecting the city from criminals who have awakened superpowers. During the battle, 2 members of the Black Guild die, but the criminal group is completely exhausted. They begin to flee to the edge of the city. A member of the Black Guild is forced to use forbidden magic. He sacrifices some of his blood just to injure a D-class criminal. While the situation is tense, suddenly, the Black Guild discovers Lu Shu sitting on an electric pole. He tries to explain, but it seems they think he is an accomplice of the criminal group. Immediately, the Black Guild attacks Lu Shu. Although Lu Shu is nominally an F rank, his fighting ability is on a completely different level. All members of the Black Guild are easily defeated by Lu Shu. The next day, an emergency meeting takes place regarding a C-rank master suddenly appearing in the city. They are extremely serious because there are only about 10 people in the city who can get C rank. The Black Guild sends a B-rank member, Li Yishao, just to investigate Lu Shu. Suddenly, a dungeon appears inside this country. The special magic class is summoned to search for the treasures of the dungeon. When they camp on a mountain near the dungeon for 3 days, suddenly, the fog from inside the dungeon spreads, causing them to be teleported inside the dungeon. Lu Shu realizes he's in the middle of a desert and is surrounded by the undeads. If they want to escape from this place, they have to find the mountain and river seal in the dungeon. It takes Lu Shu all day to escape the siege of the undeads. The deeper he goes into the dungeon, the more intelligent undeads appear. They have their own thoughts and especially a really good array of tactics. Lu Shu encounters an army of scouts, who are all D rank undeads. However, no one knows that Lu Shu soon reached C rank, even though he was in F class. Lu Shu once again jumps off the cliff mountain to rob an undead's weapon, and then leisurely leaves. At this time, the Black Guild along with the students stand on the cliff in shock because they realize that person is Lu Shu. Another day passed. Lu Shu encountered another army of scouts. Lu Shu decides not to run away and immediately rushes to attack them, so the scout army is easily defeated by Lu Shu alone. In a place nearby, the Black Guild along with the students are preparing to raid an army of undeads when suddenly a spear plunges straight down on an undead from the sky. When everyone was confused, other spears continued to fall on the other undead. They recognize that is Lu Shu. When they arrive, all the undeads are destroyed by Lu Shu. As the students gather more and more, Lu Shu begins to sell all the weapons he has stolen from the undeads for them. So after only one day, Lu Shu becomes a genuinely rich man. Li Yixia announces the gathering of everyone from D rank and above to rush into the center of the dungeon. As soon as Lu Shu steps inside, the door immediately closes. They are surrounded by ghosts. Although the number of ghosts are very large, they are only E rank. Everyone is struggling to fight them, while not a single ghost dares to approach Lu Shu. The ghosts that see Lu Shu are panicked and run away. Yixia gets angry and uses a wide area magic to wipe out the ghosts. The gate suddenly opens, and from within is an army of the undeads that is led by a boss. The battle immediately takes place. Yixia actively rushes to attack the boss. Lu Shu and the students will take care of the low-level undead. Every time Lu Shu rushes to attack, the undeads panic and run away. Lu Shu feels bored, so he goes straight to the center of the dungeon, hoping to find valuable treasures. As soon as Lu Shu opens the door, he is surrounded by 10 C-rank statues, but they once again are panicked and stand motionless, as if nothing has happened. Taking this opportunity, Lu Shu steals all their weapons. Meanwhile, outside, the battle is still going on. Due to the overwhelming number of undead, the students fall into a state of exhaustion. Also, Yixia, who is a B rank, is not a match for the boss. The situation is slowly getting worse. If it continues like this, everyone will die here. Suddenly, at this moment, the boss starts panicking and immediately runs towards the center of the dungeon. Here, Lu Shu discovers the mountain and river seal, which are the treasures of the dungeon. When Lu Shu touches it, everything gradually disappears. Everyone is pushed outside the dungeon. However, none of them knows that Lu Shu is the one who obtained the mountain and river seal. This video ends here. The name of this anime is written inside the description below this video. Thank you for watching my video. If you feel you like it, please click like and subscribe to support me.